and I got a level 1 hype train. Well, hi everyone. Not sure who you all are. Not sure what's the end game here, but hi. How is everyone? Yeah, I'm sorry. I deactivated my blurps for now because I'm just kind of watching this hype train. I'm enjoying what's happening here. Just trying to figure out what is going on. So for those of you who are new to the stream, hi everyone. My name is T, and I'm just going to put on some music and think fast. I'm guessing that a lot of you do not know who I am. I'm assuming many of you are here from, I believe it's, Doug Foods channel, and thank you for the for the killer raid. Thank you for everyone who's coming in. Now, if you're curious, yes, I am the author of. Okay, is this a punking? Is this a punking because I am the author of Twitch for Dummies, the 2nd edition? I saw, you know, I will tell you this. I'm also the guy that wrote YouTube. Yeah, it's YouTube for Dummies Junior. One of the biggest titles, believe it or not, one of the biggest titles ever done for the For Dummies people was the Dummies Junior title. I was asked at the last minute to come in and do a junior title. I was asked to come in and do a last minute chapter for them, and I did. I was asked chapter for them, and I did. Yeah, it was a good time. And I see that you all are rating, and I'm assuming sub goal met. Well, hot damn Alabama. I appreciate each and every one of you. Every 5.7 thousand one of you. Okay. Again, welcome to the stream, everybody. I'm going to take back everything I said about Twitter X, or the platform formerly known as Twitter, because that's what got my attention. I understood that there was a raid going on, which is amazing because I wasn't live at the time. And of course, one of the biggest raids I've ever gotten. This is actually a new record for me. This is a brand new record. I have never had these many people on my stream before. The record was held by Markiplier. I had about 2,500 people live. Now I'm at nearly 5,000. Well, 4.9 thousand. What would you all like to know about my stream? Because right now I'm barely seeing what's going by here, but for the subs and for the follows, thank you very much. If you want to sub, go ahead and sub. Because what you find on this stream, let me help you out with that. So what do? I just actually revamped my stream. I revamped my entire stream, and right now what I do is paranormal investigations. I go live with paranormal investigations when and where I can. Monday, I do spooky games. And on Saturdays, I do the Sci-Fi Saturday. Everything in between is brand spanking new content. And if you want to see what it is, if you want to see what that is, I'll give you a hint of it right here. Just let me go on ahead and sit back and let the video, this very brief video, do the talking. Hold up 1 second. And that's what I do. That's one of the things I do. On Tuesdays, I do the Grim Gazette. So that's for Tuesdays. Tonight, you're going to actually see me and my wife play Ghostbusters Spirits Unleashed. And then around 9:30, 10 o'clock, I should be joined by Phil Rossi, my partner in crime over at Old Spirits Investigations. And I will be doing some Phasmophobia tonight. Yes, Ghost Hunters playing Phasmophobia. That's what you're going to see tonight. I am barely seeing anything going on right now in the chat. This is, again, new record, fastest I've ever seen chat go. And I guess I'm just going to have to thank Doug for this unexpected raid, for getting me out of my day job and onto my stream. How is everybody today? How are y'all doing? Why are you such a better streamer than Doug? You know, I'm just gonna chalk it up to paranormal investigation and clean living. That's what I would say. You know, that's what I would say. I caught that. But thank you everybody for being here. I hope you all have plans for the weekend. As for myself, I'm actually working on the 3rd season of Old Spirits, which is happening over at YouTube. So at Old Spirits, we've got the edited stuff. Here is all the live stuff. But we also sometimes do some simul streams. And thank you all very much for coming in, for absolutely crushing my goals for both subs and followers. Now here's the weird thing about being the old fart on content creation. I have no idea if what I'm doing is the right thing to be doing. You know, just rolling with the punches, going live on a moment. You know, the best streamer. I wouldn't say I'm the best streamer. I got plenty of friends in this field that they can stream circles around me. One of them, I will say, I'm going to give a shout out to him right now. Well, I would give him a shout out, but right now I'm just getting a lot of chat traffic. And thanks, everybody. Unfortunately, this is not going to push me to partnership, but you know what? This is the best cap to an absolutely crap week. I have had truly a crap week, and having 2.2 thousand complete strangers pop into my stream and share this with, yeah, that actually does make a difference. It really does. So what would you like to know about me? Yeah, I do. I actually do Destiny. I do Destiny. So I saw Doug's original message, and I was like, okay. So I got rated by a streamer, but I don't get it. I don't understand what's happening now. And well, I do Destiny, but along with Destiny, I've been getting into Dead Space, which is my Monday game of choice. And I'm going to be playing some Destiny a bit. I may eventually slide on over to Jedi Survivor. I played Jedi Fallen Order earlier and absolutely fell in love with Jedi Fallen Order. He copied my book. You know what? It wouldn't surprise me at all if people were. You got to remember, I'm an author. I'm a published author. My stuff has been plagiarized. My stuff has been stolen. My stuff has been illegally sold far more often than you might think, which is why one of the reasons why I got into paranormal investigation. I wouldn't worry about my wrath, Doug. I wouldn't really worry about my wrath if you are in fact plagiarizing something from Twitch for Dummies. It's the people from the For Dummies publisher you'd want to worry about, because they have an entire legal team that if you just said, "Hey, I'm Doug and I'm doing streaming for dummies," yeah, they're going to be like, Sir, I'm going to ask you to step away from the stream. Place your hands on the desk. We need to talk. This is the For Dummies police, and we need to talk. Some other things. Yeah, by the way, I got a brand new toy over here. It's fucking amazing. And yeah. I am absolutely thrilled. If he stole it, wait, I saw something about if he stole a tweet. I love this. I do love this. I do love this. I mean, the last time I saw my chat go this garbanzo nuts, and if that's the case, that you basically said, okay, we're gonna find the guy that wrote Twitch for Dummies, and we're gonna bum rush his stream. Well, all I can say is I love your f***ing faces, each and every one of you. Thank you so much. And the people from the For Dummies, we would also like to thank you. We'd like to thank you from the bottom of our hearts. We're now signing off. Thank you. If you need us, we'll be at the donut store. So, thanks everyone. All right. So, what else can you see on my stream? Cats. We have a lot of cats in this house. I'm just gonna go ahead and tell you the story about how it happened, because okay. So first off, let's back up a bit. When you get into paranormal investigation. Oh, and I probably should change the. I should probably change this title. How about we call this? Let's see. We're gonna call this. I'm trying to remember my improv classes. And then I'm just gonna be blatant. I'm just gonna be honest here. So I think this pretty much sums it up. I'm trying to remember my improv classes. Who the hell is Doug Doug? And thanks for the raid. I think that works as a title for this stream. I think that works for a title for the stream. All right. But Doug Doug, if you're out there somewhere in the en masse chat vomit, thanks for the raid. Seriously, thank you for the raid. I really do appreciate it. Is it Dog Dog or Doug Doug? Because according to this, I'm looking at it and it says Doug Doug. Doug Doug. That's what I got here. Yeah, it is Doug Doug. Or Dog Dog. Dog Dog or Doug Doug. Well, the thing is, we're a cat house here. We're a cat house. Let me tell you the quick story. So basically, we were doing a ghost hunt. It's a ghost investigation. Oh, wait. One more thing I got to do. So the last time I got bum rushed by some folks on YouTube, it was Markiplier. Markiplier was a great guy, nice guy. He helped me smash my charity goals, which I was really appreciative of. But when I saw his name go by in the rush from the Kick Club, and I swear to God, this was when I felt the oldest I have ever felt online. I thought his name was Mark Pilier. And I pronounced it that way, Mark Pilier. I nearly got disowned by my daughter that night. So let me quickly Discord my daughter. And let's see what she has to say here. She's going to be like, Dad, what is it about you? And there's a conversation in my Discord happening where I just said to my wife, I said to my daughter, who the hell is this? Ask daughter if she knows Doug Doug. Yeah, I think she does because, hold up. Someone in my Discord is a mod for Doug Doug. Oh my God. Oh my God, for frig's sake. Oh dear.
I got to say, that's what I appreciate about you.
Okay, some things are starting to fall into place here. All right. So I want to make sure I'm getting this right. Doug Doug, you beautiful bastard. You're making me feel like a rock star right now. He is no. Nobody's banned on this channel. In fact, if anything, if you guys want to come back, like I said, in a couple of hours, I'm going to be back here with my wife. We're going to be streaming Ghostbusters Spirits Unleashed, and then later on, we're going to be playing Phasmo with the Scream team. So I sincerely hope you all come back for that. All right. So let me back up a little bit. All right. So we being, and when I say we being the folks at OSI, Old Spirits Investigations. It was me, my buddy Phil, and my wife Pip. We were in West Virginia, and we were investigating the old hospital on College Hill. If you are not familiar with the old hospital on College Hill, all right, this is a place that is on top of a hill, hence the old hospital on College Hill, and it's a hill overlooking a beautiful little town called Williamson, West Virginia. Now, Pip and I got there. My wife, Pip and I got there early. We got there like a day before, okay? And we pulled up and we heard this on the deck of our Airbnb. Now, yeah, I want you all to process that for a second. An Airbnb in Williamson, West Virginia, okay? It is what you think it is. It was nice. It was nice, okay? It was nice. But I heard this and there was this beautiful tortoiseshell cat. If you saw the hype reel, if you see the hype reel tonight, you'll see kind of the progression of things. But when we woke up the next morning, she was still on the deck. And I said, well, I got a piece of cheese. It looks hungry. Let me go ahead and feed it. And I was going to keep my distance from this cat. We fed the cat some cheese. And like most feral cats, you would expect the cat to run away. Not this cat. No. This cat then looked at me and just went, Meh. And I was like, what am I missing? And I reached towards her just to kind of pick her up. And she literally hopped up into my hand and demanded pets. That's when I was like, okay, if this is a feral cat, this feral cat is failing at her job. She's supposed to eat and then run away. And we were there for roughly 4 days. She never left our deck. We fed her, and then we started making phone calls because it was obvious of a couple things. One, she was so friendly and so outgoing. We had suspicions that this cat was abandoned. We found out from the next door neighbor the cat had never been seen before until another couple had shown up there to do some quote unquote mountain biking, and then a couple days later they were gone, and then the cat appeared out of nowhere. So that is alarm bell number one. I left a message with the local shelter to try to find out could we just leave them at the shelter, and if nobody picks them up in 2 weeks, we'll make the trip back and we'll adopt her. Well, we didn't get a return call from the shelter because that guy's been dead for 2 months and they still haven't replaced him. Then we called the local vet. Now, if we have dog owners out there, if we've got dog humans out there, if we've got dog parents out there, I'm going to say this real quick. I got nothing against dogs. I love me some dogs. But I really have a feeling that if the vet office had been told I had found a stray dog that was really affectionate, they would have freaking moved mountains for me. But they actually said, and this is a direct quote from the vet of West Virginia, what do you want us to do? I'll say that again for the kids in the back. What do you want us to do? All right. So I said, cool. I was trying to figure out what to do next because I wanted to perform. I'm not even calling this a rescue. I'm calling this an extraction. I wanted to get this cat out of here because when we called the landlord of the Airbnb, he said, do you want me to get rid of it? So I was ready to do a full-on Chris Hemsworth extraction, minus any shirtless scenes, because I'm a man in my 50s and I know my limitations. So I said, okay. And I'm trying to, because we already have 3 cats, all of them 15 years old. So I did not want in any way, shape, or form to upset the balance of this house. But I needed to talk to my wife about that because kids, that's what you do in a relationship. You don't pull your man card out and go, I'm making a choice. No, you got to confer with your better half. By the way, everybody, thank you for all the follows. Thank you for all the subs. You're absolutely killing it today. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. Oh, actually, wait a minute. I should give you guys a proper welcome. I totally forgot. In light of, I'll finish the story. Don't worry, I will finish the story. But for those of you who are here from the raid, hang on one second. Why, hello there, Raiders. It's me, your old pal, Twitch Dad. I am pleased as punch that Doug brought all of his friends over to play in my front yard. But let me tell you something, there's a limitation. As soon as you all have way too much fun, well, I'm gonna have to come on out there and kick you guys off the lawn. So since you're sitting here for my stream, how about this? Take your pants off, kick back, prop your feet up, and enjoy yourself, because you know what? You're here amongst friends, especially me, your new best friend on Twitch, your old pal, Twitch Dad. Okay, that's usually how I greet people to the stream. Oh, not with that though. I forgot to turn this off. Yeah, I'm a professional. Look it up in a book. All right, so where I left off. So I'm trying to frame this to my wife, my better half. I'm trying to frame this to her. Okay, hon, I know we already have like 3 cats. I really am not feeling, I was losing sleep over this. And this was after we were getting ready, not after. This was right before we were getting ready to do the investigation at the old hospital. So I'm trying to figure out how to frame this to my wife. You know, I really want to do something about this cat. Sure enough, my wife, my mind to your mind, my soul to hers. This is one of the many reasons why I married that Kiwi. She looks at me and she goes, T, I have not been sleeping well for the past 2 nights. And I know this is putting a lot of pressure on us, but are you okay with us bringing the cat back home? I said, we're naming her EVP. EVP. We're naming her that. And I'm going to go to Walmart right now, which is 5 minutes away. I'm going to go over there. I'm going to get a pet carrier. I'm going to get some food. We are going to feed this little fart, and we are taking this girl home. And that is exactly what we did, chat. That is exactly what we did. We brought her home, and while we were bringing her home, I noticed there were some. Am I getting another raid? That sounded like a raid alert right there. Oh no, that was a sub. Never mind. Okay, I think it's calm. Let me just double check the blurb. I just want to see if. Okay, I've reactivated blurb, so if people want to drop in a hello there or a hell yeah or anything like that, you're more than welcome to. No, blurps didn't crash. I had to deactivate. There you go. Hello there.
Hello there.
Hello there.
Hello there.
Yes.
Hello there.
Now that I've thrown kerosene on the fire,
Hello there.
we're gonna get a lot of hello there.
Hello there. Hello there. Hello there. Hello there. Hello there. Hello there. Hello there. Hello there.
And we're turning blurp off. And we're turning blurp off. We're turning blurp off, kids. You showed me the discipline that you have. You showed me the discipline that you have. Where was I? Oh yeah. So we went to Walmart. We dropped about $200 right there on PP pads, on the carrier. We got everything set up, ready to go. And we did make a promise though. We did make a promise. The promise was, these are Doug viewers. They're very immature. Well, it's okay. It's okay. I have dealt with worse. I have been on the internet probably longer than most of you have been in this world, so that's okay. That's okay, all right? I am doing well, Dan. Thank you very much. As you can see, I have a metric crap ton of people in chat right now, and it's thrilling to have you all here. This is what we do. We just kind of do this whole improv thing, and we pull a stream out of our butt cheeks, and we're doing fine. We are doing just fine. Now I'm getting texts from my kid, I bet. No, my wife and all my friends are, and my friends from OSI, they are totally oblivious. Meanwhile, what did my daughter say? Yeah, the whole mod team is showing up. Now you're all in my Discord. Fan-friggin-tastic. Welcome aboard, everybody. You can't comprehend the sheer power of Doug viewers. They're regarded as some of the most chaotic. You're going to do just fine here then. That story, though, that I was going to finish. This was when we got our confirmation. I said to my wife, I said, okay, before we get anything, before we, start buying, well, no, actually we did buy all that stuff, but we said, you know what, we'll take it back if after the investigation on the old hospital on College Hill, if she's gone, if she leaves our deck and she's disappeared, we'll take everything back and we'll just go home. I was like, all right. Sure enough, we get back 3 a.m. from the old hospital on College Hill. Guess who's waiting for us? The kitten, because we figured out she was about a year old. The kitten formerly known as the mystery cat, now christened EVP. So
I suggest you let that one marinate.
Yeah, and so we got all the stuff sorted. We opened the door just to see how she would react. We just opened the door just to see how she would react, and Evie walked right in, like she knew the place. She walked in, and close, not Evie, PEA. We went with the Cardi B route, so it's this. That's Evie's name, EVP, right there, right there. And no, I don't want to ban you guys. Come on. Oh, do I have pics of the cats? Yeah, hold on. Actually, I know one way I can do this. Hold on. Actually, I should just show you the video. Derp, that might work. Let me pull up the resources. Evie walked right in, like she knew the place, and I I brought her over to. She did not care for getting into the carrier. She did not care at all about getting into the carrier. We got her into the carrier, and she was a little punchy at first. But the other thing that we noticed about Evie when we put her in there, and we kind of guessed this was another reason why she had been abandoned. Evie, being the youngster that she was, we're guessing she was maybe a year old, or she is a year old. She was bulging. She was bulging a bit. And we were wondering that might have been one of the things that we were wondering if that was one of the things that had happened to her. So if you want to take a look at Evie, here's the hype video, and here is her segment from the hype video. So let me go on ahead and pull you in here. So there's a side profile. That's Evie. That's Evie, everybody. I've never had a tortie call me dad before. Now, if you want to know what happened next, I'll just play this segment for you. Okay, I earned that myself. Here we go. Wait for it.
Hello there.
You're gonna want to sit. Wait, whoa. Trust me. You're gonna want to sit. You're gonna want to sit on those.
That's what she said.
Tell you what I'll
Hello
do.
there.
That's what she said.
Tell you what. Sit on those blurps. Sit on those blurps. Okay? Just sit on them for just a moment. Here we go.
She does look like. I was just wondering if her belly was a little bit big.
Yeah.
Maybe that might be why she's hungry.
That might be. Wait for it. That was a month after we rescued her. And there it is. 32 days after we rescued her. This house went from a 4-cat household to a 9-cat household. And now, everyone, I relinquish the blurps.
That's what I appreciate about you.
Hello there.
That's what I appreciate about you.
That's what she said.
Hello there.
That's what I appreciate
Easiest
about
money
you.
I've ever made on Twitch.
Hello there.
Oh my God, you people
Hello
are
there.
amazing.
Hello there.
And
That's what she said.
scene. So let me give you a quick update on Evie and the cats or the kittens. Everybody's in great health. Now, I will say this about Evie, though. One of the other things we discovered, and this again may led to her being abandoned, she has something called FIV. Now, they sometimes call that feline AIDS, but let me bring some Twitch Dad's knowledge on you, okay? No. In the words of the cat daddy himself, in the words of Jackson Galaxy, more cats have died of the diagnosis than of the actual FIV itself. All right. And here's what you need to know about FIV cats. One, you got to keep them indoors. Two, they're fine if they're in households by themselves. And three, they can live long lives. You just have to be careful about, making sure they don't get sick, which usually happens when they are outside. Yeah. Can I get some pogs in chat for Jackson Mother Effin' Galaxy? Can we get some serious pogs in chat? And you can use either my pog, you can use the snake pog, you can use you got to use my pog. You got to sub. But Jackson Galaxy basically said, if you can just keep the cat indoors, you'll be fine. And so we're not worried about FIV. We've indoctrinated all the cats, acclimated, excuse me, not indoctrination. No, we did not turn the cats onto Scientology. Acclimated. We have acclimated all the cats. They are all getting along swimmingly. They're all getting along swimmingly. The kittens refer to our biggest cat, our 20-pound cat, and that's 20 pounds of muscle. He's a Siberian. He's a Siberian ginger. His name is Sebastian. But when the kittens see him, they only call him by this. Kaiju! It is Kaiju! So he is Kaiju. Then there's Lady Kaiju, which is Viola. That's Sebastian's sister. And then there's my normal gamer cat, which you'll see him. He tries to turn off the stream and turn on the stream when and where he can. That's Benedict, but they just call him Uncle Benedict. We have found homes for we have found homes for 2 of the 3 cats, and we decided that we were going to keep. Well, I shouldn't say we decided. That was when my wife pulled the Kiwi card, the passive aggressive card, if you will, on me, and she said to me, "I don't want to break up the brothers." So I guess we're keeping at least 2 of the cats. So we're babysitting one of the cats. We had, and if you want to go back to the video again, I can break it down for you. We had 1 black cat. We had 1 ginger. Well, we had 1 black kitten. We had 1 ginger kitten. And then we had 3 beautiful silver tabbies. Okay, the standout that my daughter has already claimed, and she named him Dorito. So that's Dorito. The black cat was actually claimed by the guy that gave me the most endless crap about rescuing Evie. My partner over at OSI, Phil Rossi, he and his family adopted the black cat, and they named him Calcifer, after Calcifer from Howl's Moving Castle. That left another tabby, which we found a home for. One of the silver tabby was the one female of the group, and that kitten has got a lovely home. Her name is Dorito. So that left us the 2 brothers. At the time that we were dealing with the kittens and making sure that Evie was being a good mom, and Evie was a fantastic mom, everybody. Evie was so freaking good as mom. Oh, and speaking of which, there's my daughter Sunny. Hi, Sunny. I have a lot of people in my chat. But at the time that we were dealing with the change in the balance of humans to cats, my wife was writing an alien book because, as you guessed, yes, and as Doug has mentioned it, whether it was kind or not, I don't know, but yeah, I write for dummies books, but I also write science fiction and fantasy. And my wife and I have written a steampunk series together. It was highly successful. We had a great run with it. But as far as what my wife is currently working on, my wife also writes in the Alien franchise. So if you look up Philippa Ballantine, the first book is called Inferno's Fall, and the next book that's coming out, I can't remember if they locked in on the title or not, but yeah, she was working on an Aliens novel at the time of Evie giving birth. So we kept the 2 silver tabbies, 2 boy silver tabbies. We called one Hudson. We called the other Hicks. So now in this house, we have, I'm going to go from the beginning. We've got Sebastian, Viola, Benedict, Evie, Hudson, Hicks, and Dorito. And yeah. I have never, chat, I have never raised kittens from birth, and I have never lived in a household with 7 cats. And today, today is my litter day, so I got to take care of that. I got to take care of that before my actual stream, which is at 7:30 tonight. So if you guys will be coming back, that's when you'll know we'll be live, is at 7:30. And that is the story of Evie, and a little bit of insight on the person that you all rated today. And yeah, I'm also the guy that wrote Twitch for Dummies. If you want to know, I'm just going to be straight up, everyone. I wrote that as a love letter to Twitch. I have made some incredible friends. Oh, time zone, thank you. Time zone, Eastern time, 7:30 Eastern time. You are right now on this stream. You are just outside of Washington D.C. But when I wrote the first Twitch for Dummies, that was literally a love letter to Twitch because I'd made some incredible friends. I've already, I mean, right now I'm working on the 5th edition. I'm working on the 5th edition of podcasting for Dummies. That was my first entry into into writing for the For Dummies people. And I'll tell you this, writing a Dummies book is so much effing fun. It is so much effing fun. Yeah, shout out to my DC people out here. Shout out to my Northern Virginia DC people. And hey, if you weren't at MagFest, make sure you make time for MagFest in 2025. Because let me tell you something, I rocked the MagFest. I was actually speaking at MagFest alongside 2 other terrific streamers. One of them already got a shout out. That was Ash Said Hi. Sam, I know you're in the audience right now. If you wouldn't mind doing a shout out to Steve Saylor, not Blind Gamer Steve. He is no longer going by Blind Gamer Steve. He is now Steve Saylor. Oh, hell yeah, I'm going back in 2025. What are you talking about, Sam? It's in our backyard, for God's sake. Close, hon. Don't worry, I know how to do this. Well, you could do it that way, or you can do it this way. That should work. There you go. Boom. So, yeah, Steve Saylor, great guy. He is one of the leading voices in accessibility because he actually went as Blind Gamer Steve. And Blind Gamer Steve is really blind. He really is blind. And he has a whole video on YouTube about how he plays video games. We did a segment together for Destiny. In fact, if you want to see it, hang on, I'll find it in this countdown reel. Hold on. I'll find it in the countdown reel. Let me find it in the countdown reel. So anyway, yeah, that's where I'm based out of. Is just outside of DC on the Virginia side, and it's okay. I also failed to find certain. Yeah, you know, modding ain't easy. Modding ain't easy, and for anybody out there who is a mod, whether you are a mod for Doug, whether you're a mod on this channel, let me tell you something. You don't hear thank you enough. You do not hear thank you enough. And I feel very blessed. I feel very lucky to have the mods that I have. Seriously, I do. I feel very lucky in that respect. This is not the... Oh, there it is. There it is. Hold up. So, to give you an idea... Oh, so Steve and I have been friends for like 15 years, too. That's the other thing. We were friends before Twitch. And you know what? I can't thank Steve enough. He has gotten me involved in some amazing projects. And this one in particular, I wouldn't have done without Steve. And it was literally a dream come true. Have a watch, everybody. Have a watch, everybody. This was with Bungie. We did this with Bungie.
I'm Steve Saylor, aka Blind Gamer Steve. I'm a content creator and accessibility advocate and consultant in the video game industry.
My name is T Morris.
That's me.
People call me T. They call me T Monster. I also go by Twitch Dad.
You're more than welcome to call me Twitch Dad if you want.
When I started looking into wanting to stream, I had known this dude here for about 10 years at that point.
10 years.
And so I reached out to him. I was like, hey, you know what? I know you play Destiny.
Yeah,
would you be cool kind of helping me and guiding me through the game? I've never played it before.
This is when I gave you a little bit of honesty. I said, are you sure you want me?
Thank you, Zura.
Because you see me play, so you know how bad my aim is. It'll be the blind leading the blind. And he went, that's what we'll call it.
All right, there's the Traveler. There's the Traveler in front of us. Let's go. Walk forward. walk forward. I want you to enjoy this.
This was a good
Someone
night.
who
This
has
was a good night for us
disability
on Destiny.
where it affects my vision, and it is hard for me to be able to play games in general. Having someone take the time and guide me through being able to play a game and not try to rush me through things, that meant the world to me.
There's that. All right. Oh, there
Yeah,
it is.
and Steve got the killing blow. Steve got the killing blow on Gary.
In any other game, it's usually people don't want to play with a disabled person, whereas with Destiny, I can jump in with T, I can jump in with my friends, and even when we just jump in with random blueberries in the community, we can still be able to help each other out, and that's why I love Destiny.
Did you shoot my friend? That was a bad choice.
It's all about being able to reach out and pick someone up and being like, we can do this together. And that is being a hero. It's being able to lift everyone else up.
It's not about you. It's about the fire team. That's what makes a good guardian, is when it's about reaching the end goal and reaching it together.
So I want to give a quick shout out here. So the people that you see right here, everybody, it's me and Steve in the back, but I want to give a quick shout to Gamer Girl Gray, which is over on the right-hand side. This is Solar Flare from YouTube. He was covered, and then this is Lily Bean Cosplay, and you'll see her stuff. If you think she actually did a Savathun. She did a Savathun cosplay, and it is wicked good. And I remember I put Sunny into almost some type of of apoplectic shock because I sent them a picture of me sitting next to Lily Bean going, "Hey, I made a new friend today," and my daughter flipped the frig out. She was amazing. But no, Lily is awesome. And if you think her Destiny stuff or her Destiny cosplay is lit, you need to see her Bad Batch. She does a tech Bad Batch that is absolutely off the freaking charts. And I feel very fortunate to call all of these people friends. One of the other cool things was that we got together with them, and this was all part of the Heroes Welcome campaign. Now, we were under the impression, we thought what was going to happen was that we were going to all get, a Heroes Welcome spot the same way Amaze got a Heroes Welcome spot, because Amaze launched this whole program. He launched this whole push, right? But what we didn't know was that at the time, Bungie was getting hacked. Not hacked. They were getting hazed. They were getting harassed. And if you recall, sometime during the summer of last year, Bungie won this DDoS. That's a better one, yeah. He was being DDoSed by this hacker out of West Virginia, and it was a freaking mess. It was a freaking mess. By the way, again, big shout out to my mods, and thank you to my mods that put us into slow mode, because that was kind of a head rush at one point. But it's good. It's good. We're fine now. We're good. I was just trying to make sure that I got on stream in time to say hi to everyone. So everyone, yeah, hi. It's just wow. Okay. So because of the DDoSing and because of all this that this one guy was doing against Bungie, they kind of reserved the Heroes Welcome program, and we didn't get that big release. But you know what? I still got to do this. It got revealed on one of the showcases. It was fun. It was fun. And Bungie and the production company that worked for Bungie, they took incredible care of us. It was great. But I can only tell you, it was astounding walking on. So the set was ridiculous. It was so neat. It was just a giant sound stage with all these LCD screens, and they were showing gameplay and they were showing animations, and it was ridiculously cool. Ridiculously cool. So going back to Twitch for Dummies, yeah, I wrote Podcasting for Dummies back in 2006. So there you are. You now know I am an old fart. But gaming and paranormal investigation keeps me young, and I wrote that was my entry into writing for the For Dummies people. is that I write I wrote Podcasting for Dummies. Twitch for Dummies was my love letter to Twitch. The second edition was, okay, I've been streaming now for a while. I've learned a lot of stuff, and a lot of stuff has changed. I want to update this. And so, yeah, the second edition, I feel like the only thing that broke my heart about writing the second edition of Twitch for Dummies is that I couldn't get in there the interview that I had with Dr. Lupo for the first edition. I got a chance. That was the coolest thing I think I have ever done for a book, was I got a chance to sit down with Dr. Lupo, Ben Lupo. I got to sit down with Dr. Lupo, and he got to tell me, he got to tell me about his journey, and he got to tell me about how big was podcasting back then. Okay, strap in, everybody. Back then, back in my day, back in 2006, people thought this was a thing. People thought you needed to have an iPod in order to podcast. People were convinced you needed that was the only way you could listen to a podcast is with an iPod. And it was more like this. It was more like, okay, back in that day, the way you did podcasting was you had a tin can, your friend had a tin can, you pulled the string really hard, and if somebody wanted to syndicate your podcast, they had to take their string and their tin can and tie it onto your string, and then everybody had to pull real hard so you could listen. Yes, pretty much when dinosaurs existed, pretty much. Well, no. It wasn't. See, that was the misconception. People thought that they were just exclusively being pushed to iPods, and we're like, no, it's any. I mean, you can listen. You could listen on your computer, PC or Mac. You could listen, and I know you all know this now, but this was 2006, and I'll tell you how bad it was. The whole iPod thing. We did not remove that. Me and the other co-author, Chuck Tomasi, we did not remove. You do not need we had it in writing. You do not need an iPod to listen to podcasts. We didn't remove that until the third edition. The third edition came out, brace everybody. The third edition came out in like 2014. 2014. That's how long I was telling people, no, you don't need a freaking iPod. Just listen on your computer. Put it on an MP3. Yeah, see, here's the thing. We're in like a tech savvy verse right here, right? We are all in the big tech savvy verse right now, and we're all kind of grooving. We're all kind of digging it, right? But you have no idea how computer illiterate people were back in 2006. And here's another thing. It's gonna bake your noodle. Podcasting for Dummies is one of the most successful of any dummies book published. That is fact. And we're on our 5th edition right now. So the question is, what do we write about with the 5th edition? AI. We're talking about AI, and we're talking about how AI is now getting into the podcast sphere. But here's the thing. We're talking about AI from an ethical point of view, okay? And what I mean by that is okay, ChatGPT, for example, that's what I'm writing about since I'm familiar with that. ChatGPT is great to help you out because you can say, give me the most relevant keywords for this podcast. And it can go on ahead and it can scour the internet and it will tell you all that kind of thing. AI ethics is hard. Toastwitch, you have no freaking clue. I don't have a freaking clue. None of us have a freaking clue. But you want to know how long people have been talking about this kind of thing with AI? There was an episode of Star Trek, the original series. Note the vein coming in my heart. Star Trek, the original series, okay? The episode was called The Ultimate Computer. Now I'm going back and I'm getting deep into my nerd here, okay? Twitch Dad's gonna throw some nerd knowledge on you young whippersnappers, okay? So you better brace. You better brace. You hear me? It was The Ultimate Computer. Now, you wanna know how badass this episode is? The guy that's playing Daystrom, the guy who created all the computers for Starfleet, okay? The same actor who's playing Daystrom, he played Blackula. That's how badass this episode is. But there's a fantastic quote. Daystrom's there, Spock is there, McCoy's there, Kirk's there, and they're all talking about this this computer called the M5, and this is the prototype. This is the computer that's going to revolutionize how space travel happens with the Federation. It's basically going to replace everyone because it can think faster and react faster. It's going to replace everyone in Starfleet, allowing the Federation to explore, unhindered. And Spock is kind of gushing about how efficient it's going to be, how many lives it's going to save, all these great things. And McCoy turns to him and says, "You admire it." And Spock turns to him and he says, "Computers make excellent servants, but I do not wish to serve under them." That is my philosophy, Toast Witch, on AI. AI is a fantastic tool. It's a fantastic tool. I do not want AI doing the editing for me, whether it's video or audio. No. Thank you, Scott. Thank you, Scott. Thank you, Lemon. I do not want AI doing the work for me, which is why I'm okay with using ChatGPT to tell me what are the best keywords or the most relevant keywords for paranormal investigation. What are the best keywords for that sort of thing? Okay. I'm fine with that. But if someone said, "Hey, T, we want you to write an article on podcasting," I am not going to turn to ChatGPT and say, "Write me an article on podcasting." Because 1, that's unethical. 2, it's not my words. And 3, I'm good. As a writer, I'm good. I'm going to be able to say, okay, and then I can go on ahead and I can start editing. And if you want ChatGPT to help you out, okay. If you're not a wordsmith, fine. You're going to have to go on ahead then and say, "Okay, ChatGPT, write a description about my podcast." You have it write a podcast, right? Or write your description. Then you go in and you go, "Okay, now I need to make these words my own." You gotta make these words my own. There's been a massive spike in AI controversy recently, but not ABT, like AI jobs or decision-making ethics. Just how they train the AI being questioned, which I feel is a very different point that people now feel very strongly about. Well, let's look at George Carlin. Now, probably most of you in chat do not know who George Carlin is, and if you don't, that's cool. Do a search on like vintage George Carlin or some of his stand-ups from the 80s and the early 90s. So what happened was that some YouTubers or some guys that were going on to YouTube, "A Place for My Stuff." Thank you, Danced. Thank you, Danced. Thank you, Danced. You ever notice how some people's stuff, other people's stuff is shit, but your shit is stuff? That's the thing. Baseball versus football. Thank you, Scott.
Thank you, Scott. Thank you so much.
Anyway, the problem was that they did not have permission. They did not have permission to use George Carlin's likeness or even, okay, it looks calmed down, but I will turn it off if you guys get out of control. Okay, blurp's back on. So anyway, the Carlin estate did not give permission for these guys to create this film. Love George, and I'm a youngin'. I grew up watching him from Thomas and Friends. Oh my God, that's right. He did Thomas and Friends. I keep forgetting. It was so weird seeing George Carlin on one of my kids' favorite shows. I was just like, "You're George Carlin. You're a place for your stuff, and you're telling me about Thomas the Tank Engine?" But anyway, I recently started a new job where I've been asked to correct some coding my predecessor wrote. That person was fired for performance. I am 99% sure their code was written using ChatGPT or similar. It's just completely inconsistent with errors and random things inserted. Yeah. See, one of the things that I heard, and this is what got me on my soapbox about AI ethics, which I'm going to go into heavy detail on with Podcasting for Dummies 5th edition. I was taking a course on ChatGPT and SEO, or as I like to refer to SEO, the dark arts of the internet. And I was hearing this guy tell me about ChatGPT and how great it was for SEO. But then he referred to, you can also have ChatGPT write you SEO-friendly articles that you can just go on ahead and in seconds have it written, and then you can post that stuff on the internet. No, you can't. You need to edit that. you also better start citing sources and putting up links, because otherwise someone's going to be like,
attention, this is the Chat GPT police. We have your blog surrounded. We find you guilty of plagiarism, and we need you to step away from the WordPress. Please step away from the WordPress, sir, or we will open fire with iambic pentameter and extreme prejudice.
so anyway. So whoever this guy was on Udemy, I gave the course one star. I gave the course 1 star and said, you got to talk about ethics. You got to talk about editing.
That's what she said.
Exactly. No, what she said was,
We have the place surrounded. Get off the babysitter.
so that's what they said. Okay. So, well, I'm sure right now, it's a big topic because of Pal World. Okay, so I've seen Pal World, everybody. This may be an unpopular opinion. Pal World, the people who should be pissed, not just Nintendo, but Fortnite. Riot Games, I think, is it Epic Games or Riot Games? Riot Games? Riot Games made Fortnite. Basically, Pal World is Fortnite and Nintendo after they got drunk at the company party and got busy. Because that Epic, thank you. Riot is League of Legends, thank you. Man, are we not ready for season 2 of Arcane? Are we not ready for season 2 of Arcane? I'm ready for freaking season 2 of Arcane. I want it. I want it badly. But, so it's Fortnite because there's a PvP. I saw people running around in wacky costumes with guns.
That's what she said.
I saw people running around with guns, and they were not only shooting other people's pals, but they were also shooting each other. That's what I saw when I was watching Pal World. So it feels like it's Fortnite and Pokemon just kind of.
Hello there.
Yeah, you hear me there. You hear me there, James. You hear me there, James. I see you. I see you, James. And Twitch Dad sees you too. Okay. But that's what I'm writing about, and of course I'm also expanding the chapter that we have in Podcasting for Dummies on streaming, because streaming has also really become a new way of creating podcasts. I mean, if I wanted to, I could take all of this.
That's what I appreciate about you.
Thank you for that, Squirrely Dan. I would basically put all that together. It's closer to survival games compared to Fortnite. Okay, all right then. Yeah, I mean, we can roll with that too. That's fine. Thank you, Dragon. I appreciate that. So yeah. So basically, my wife and I were writers, and we're also paranormal investigators. My wife investigates with me. So yeah. Tonight we are going to be playing Ghostbusters Spirits Unleashed, and that will be happening 7:30 Eastern time. So if you're around, I'd love for you to come back, because I really didn't expect to be streaming like this today. Are we going to have to pull chat over? No, it's fine. It's fine. Let bakers bake, man. I can't even remember the last time I had over 500 people in chat. I mean, and here's the thing.
Hello there.
I'm thrilled that Doug singled me out for this, because I know that not so much Podcasting for Dummies, but Twitch for Dummies, it gets a lot of side eye from people in this sphere. If you don't know, or if you were wondering, wait a minute, didn't Ludwig tear a copy of Twitch for Dummies apart? Yes, he did. And I got to see it. So, yeah, that's
what I appreciate about you.
Yeah. So if you're curious, so what happened was that, yeah. What happened was that I got on my Discord a notification from somebody saying, T, this is great. You just got a shout out from Ludwig. Okay. That person apparently hadn't watched the video in its entirety. So what happened is I went in, found the mark, and what Ludwig had done was Ludwig had said, hey, I want you all to buy me stuff off of Amazon. Buy me stuff off of Amazon. Buy me whatever you want off. I got over 550 people. It was nearly 4,000.
Right now.
Yes.
Oh, hello, everybody. As you will.
That's Twitch Mom. So yeah, I'll explain.
Hello there.
I'll explain a little later. And you just got a hello there. Hello there. So anyway, so I
Hello
went to look at the video, and yeah, apparently people had just bought
Hello there.
like a ridiculous amount
Hello there.
of
Hello
silly
there.
stuff.
Hello there.
And one of them bought him a copy of Twitch for
Hello
Dummies.
there.
What he did was he weakened the spine, so this would be easier. And after he did his take with, oh, somebody got me Twitch for Dummies, yeah, cool. And then he
Hello there.
ripped it in two. Ripped it right down the spine, ripped it in two. Now, that didn't bother me. I'm a professional writer. I'm used to critics. I mean, look, if I can't take criticism from a
That's
critic,
what I appreciate about you.
if I can't do that, I'm in the wrong profession, everybody. But it was the next thing he said that pissed me off. He then he didn't wave the book like this, what was left of the book. He waved the book like this, and he said, "You don't need this book. You don't need this book. I got a video that will show you everything on how to stream. 5 minutes, all it'll take." That hurt. Then he looked at it and said, "Probably written by some old guy, maybe in his 40s, having a midlife crisis." To be fair, I was in my 40s when I wrote it. And to be fair, I do not need to have a midlife crisis. I have Twitch. I can pretend to be as young as I want to, okay? So and here was the, you think that's bad? You think that's bad? This was the year when that happened. That was the year Ludwig won Content Creator of the
That's
Year.
what I appreciate
from
about
the
you.
Gaming Awards. So, the Gaming Awards. and so, I mean, and I get, and then, he's Ludwig. He wouldn't know me, and that is not an insight into his personality. This, and again, kids, Twitch Dad coming in hard, everybody. Twitch Dad coming in hard with some more real life things. It was his response on Twitter.
That's what she
at
said.
The time. At the time, it was Twitter. It was. Yeah, Tonic, the person that did the ripping in two of the first edition of Twitch for Dummies. Yeah, it was Ludwig. But here's the thing. That wasn't the insight into his personality. It was when I went on to his Twitter account, and I took a picture of me holding the book, and I said, "Wow, I had no idea that critics could be so harsh," and something like that. I said something kind of tongue in cheek, and he responded. But then there were people from my community, people from the writing community, one of them being Steve Saylor, the guy that you saw in the Destiny video. And he said, "You know something? I'm a little disappointed in the way you handled the Team Monster, You have no idea how talented he is. You have no idea how gifted he is in writing, and you should have read the book before taking such a snap judgment on it." Ludwig responded, but he didn't tag me in the response. And when he said that he was sorry, he said, and I, if I remember correctly, he said something along the lines of, "I'm sorry my actions offended you." And I was like, oh, he's one of these guys. He's one of these guys that doesn't take responsibility for his actions. He's the guy that when he apologizes to you, he doesn't say, "I'm sorry for what I said." He says, I'm sorry you feel that way. I'm sorry my statement made you feel that way. It wasn't me, it's you. Yeah, okay. And you know what? If you want to know, straight off the bat, that's the only time I have ever been to Ludwig's page, and I will stay that way. Thank you very, very, very much. So, yeah. It'll just be me, my games, and my ghosts.
Flo, we've discussed this.
We have discussed
Mornings
this.
are for coffee and contemplation.
Chief, she's
Coffee and contemplation.
Always coffee and contemplation, everybody. It's what gets me through life in my 50s. So there you go. Look, we're not going to turn. Look, I do not want to take this incredibly wholesome and butt-tastic, incredible moment and spend any more time. We're not going to have Ludwig, live rent-free in my Twitch in my Twitch stream. Okay. Yay, coffee and contemplation. Yes. When in doubt, let's keep focused. Let's keep focused.
Stay on target.
Keep focused.
Stay on target.
There we go. So yeah,
That's what she said.
You're right. My wife often says to me, "You need to
Stay on target.
You need to
Stay on target."
Okay, so there we go. Oh, so how do I take my coffee? I take it in the girliest possible way. And sorry, you're right. My wife's giving me the look. Don't phrase it like that. I take it in the most Stephanie way that I can. Okay, that's fair. That's fair. I like it froofy. Okay, I like
emotional.
Thank you.
That's what I appreciate about you.
I take my coffee in the most Stephanie possible way. When October rolls around and they got pumpkin spice, I'm like, bitch, sign me up. I mean, so yeah, absolutely. That's what I want. Well, apparently the great Cthulhu in my chat says that. He says that's the right way, or as Cthulhu would actually say it, he would probably say,
"That's the right way. I like to Stephanie my coffee. Do you know how hard it is to drink coffee and I don't want any cephalopods into my way? So yeah, I'm gonna Stephanie my coffee. It's the only way to have coffee. Yeah. What was I talking about?
I don't know. My wife makes my own coffee creamer. She makes. This is how much this woman loves me. Without any irony, your streams irony. Your streams are very enjoyable. Well, thank you. I came here from Doug, and I stayed here because it's very well. That's the other thing too. When you're doing what I'm doing here. Here we go. Doug is still reading the book if you want to have a look. So here's the thing, though. Here's the thing is that I get a lot of guff for it. I get a lot of guff for Twitch for Dummies. But then I get people that actually take the time, they read the book and they go, okay, this guy's not an idiot. This guy, because to prepare for Twitch for Dummies, because I needed to know what so some insight. This is not Twitch dad knowledge. This is just the way the For Dummies people work. Let's say you want to do Fortnite for Dummies. Let's say you want to do Pal World for Dummies. Let's say you want to do Destiny for Dummies. The first thing that the folks for Dummies will ask you is going to be, hold up, what other books are out there about this topic? And then you've got to go and do the research, and in some cases read the books to see what is out there. So I read 2 Twitch books that were existing about how to stream, and really they weren't about how to stream. It was more about how to make money and how to succeed, how to go full time with streaming. They were both self-published, and it showed. And the other thing about these books is that they did not go into the details that you needed to know about streaming, such as, 1, it's hard. Streaming is hard. Okay, I'm going to wait for someone to drop in. That's what she said, because I know it's coming. I'll wait for the delay. No?
That's what she said.
Thank you.
That's what she said.
Oh, now I'm getting bombarded by it. Yeah. I like you people. We're going to get along just fine here. Is my water over there? Because I desperately need to hydrate. Oh, dear God.
It's not a Stanley Cup.
It's not a Stanley Cup, but you know what? It's the next best thing. It was the Proto Cup. Yeah. It's the Proto. It was the Proto Stanley. I got the Hydro Flask.
Hello there.
Okay. So that was one thing that you didn't hear any of the other books say. That how this can really take a lot out of you, right? You don't hear about people talking about okay, if you want to stream but you don't want to do a camera, okay, then how do you work around that? You don't hear people talking about, well, what's the difference between working with OBS and working with Streamlabs? There's a lot of different stuff here. There's a lot of different stuff. More hydrate, Twitch Dad, you got it. And then there was something that I actually got a chance to go into in the second edition that I didn't in the first. I talk about mental health and streaming. Not on Twitch, just on any platform, Twitch, YouTube, etc. And even if you're not streaming, but you're just posting content on YouTube, it's tough when you pour your heart and soul into, like for example, one of our investigations, right? Which, by the way, now that it's kind of calmed down and people can see stuff, here is the channel if you haven't checked it out. That's the that will take you to our YouTube channel. But we can put some great stuff out there on YouTube, and it could just be silent. It could just be crickets, and you're just like, what am I doing that other people aren't? And that can drive you nuts. But here's the thing to know about streaming. You're not playing video games for fun and chatting with people and creating a community. You're part of the entertainment industry. If anybody tells you differently, whether you have 2 or 2 million people sub to you, when you are doing content creation, you are now officially part of the entertainment industry. And what am I missing here? Sorry, hold on. Doing art online, yes, extremely stressful. It's extremely stressful. Just want to say we lost one of our dogs yesterday. This stream has really made me feel better. Oh, yeah, sweet as. No. Hold up.
First off, this is from one of the kittens. Because this is the voice I use for the kittens. Don't worry. Your doggo is across the rainbow bridge. My mama told me about the rainbow bridge. And your doggo's gonna be waiting for you. Okay, locked boxes? So you smile. And you give love to your other doggos. Because they love you. They love you tons. I'm a kitty. But I know that, my dad's not an idiot. Because he loves me. That's a sign of a good human. Thank you.
Okay, there we go. Yeah, that's what you just walked into. You're welcome, Lockbox. Hey, big ups. But what I was going to say was that you are getting into the entertainment industry when you do this. Oh, here we go. Now, he's grown a lot since that video, but here's Dorito. Here's Dorito, everybody. This is Dorito.
I used to summon.
I know you did. He's like he's like.
Hello there.
And if anybody's curious, about this channel, stand by. Come on, get up there. We got loads of people up here. Oh, no. Both of you.
Top. Now you gotta feed them.
Yeah, I know.
Oh. Rito went up top.
Don't worry about it.
Oh, Tony.
There you are. Yeah, yeah. The black and white cat, or the gray and white cat that you see, I do feel like a bit like a cat whisperer. I do. But the gray and white cat, that's Benedict, and he's the OGC. He's our original gamer cat, and that's what's going on there. Yeah. Thank you, everybody. I appreciate everybody for the kitten love. So that's the thing. That's what I go into in Twitch for Dummies. I tried to find the details that a lot of the streamers that were and are popular don't really talk about. And I also went into a great, yeah, that was the other thing I wrote about too in the second edition of Twitch for Dummies. In the first edition of Twitch for Dummies, and I should preface by when I wrote this. I wrote the original Twitch for Dummies, and it was published in 2019. I had an entire section about music and Twitch, and I said, okay, here's what you need to know about music and Twitch. This is an agreement. This is a gentleman's agreement between Twitch and the RIAA, okay? And here's what you need to know about gentlemen's agreements. They can change at any time. And I said that in January 2019 in the first edition of Twitch for Dummies. And I got a chance to write about the DMCA apocalypse in the second edition. And I got to say, well, I don't want to say I told you so, but I
told you so.
I did. So yeah. Are they all inside cats? I really love cats, and every time somebody has inside cats, it hurts my soul. So here's the thing, Gregor. Yes, they're all inside cats, and that's for a good reason. If we lived on a farm, if we lived like in an open area, where they could roam and hunt and do all that stuff, maybe it'd be different. But we live in a residential area, and when I grew up as a kid, I also grew up in a residential area. I did not grow up in a farm, but I grew up in a residential area, and I want to say 3 of my cats all died due to traffic incidents.
All of my cats died due to traffic incidents.
Yeah. And so I mean, I'm sorry if it hurts your soul a little bit, but the funny thing is, the cats, particularly Viola, particularly Lady Kaiju, she hates it when I take her outside. It can be a beautiful day. I'll carry her out. I'll carry her out, and I can actually feel her claws going into my skin, and she basically makes this noise.
So whoops.
Oh, jeez, I've lost control of my new toy, and so yeah, the Duchess. Yes, secondhand just referred to her as the Duchess, or no, actually, if you really need to know secondhand, we call her the Dowager Duchess. What is a weekend? It's
it has been ruffled.
my fur has been ruffled.
Take me back inside now.
Take me back inside now.
Remember she got stuck outside that one time?
Yeah, she did not care for that. She did not care for that. Shouting this out. Yeah, my wife and I, we write science fiction and fantasy together. But that was how we came up with the names for that one. I believe that is that Hudson or is that Hicks? This is also a first. You see the kitten right there. That kitten and his brother are identical twins. The only way I can identify them is that the stripes on the back of their necks, one is a break, the other one doesn't. The one with the break is Hudson, the other one is Hicks. So
The corporal.
Oh, this is Hicks. That's Hicks. He's the cuddle bug. Whoopsie. Okay. I've also gotten really good at tossing cats. I don't mind saying. Oh, they're great cats. And that's the other thing too. We got a really.
That's what she said.
we got a really nice ups from the vet when she said these aren't just good kittens, these are great kittens. And with sort of the rough and rocky rhythm, if you will, of 2023 wasn't necessarily a bad year Not a great year, but not a bad year. But saving Evie, that was definitely worth it. That was definitely worth it. Seeing cats play outside compared to cats just being inside is just different. I hope your cats and you are also the happiest.
That's what I appreciate about you.
Greg, yeah, I can honestly say they are. We are very, very fortunate. We are very, very fortunate. We politely demand book link. Ooh, okay. Let me see if I remember them off the top of my head. So the series that we wrote, my wife and I, was this one, The Ministry of Peculiar Occurrences. I would say it's basically a steampunk X-Files. That's the best way to describe it.
Or James Bond in a corset.
James Bond in a corset. That was actually what one of the critics called it. James Bond in a corset. Yeah. And yeah, I know I had it there. Oh, and then there was Alien. Yes. So there's Inferno's Fall. That's my wife's Alien book. But honey, what is the other one going to be called? I'm trying to remember.
Seventh Circle, I think.
Seventh Circle. Yeah. And my wife writing for Alien, that's got to be one of the most badass things ever. And I have to say, to get my wife into that frame of mind for writing in that IP, she would watch Aliens over and over and over and over and over again. You would think we've burned out on that movie. We haven't. I swear to God, I think Aliens is one of the most perfect movies ever made. It's not just a good sequel, it's a good film. It's a good freaking film. And yeah, I can still watch it and just be like, wow, you know, just killer. Just great stuff. Great stuff.
Figured it.
And yeah, no. Audible books, yes. You can actually get our books on Audible. When you go to either Ministry of Peculiar, go to ministryofpeculiaroccurrences.com, or you go to, I don't know if is Inferno's Fall on audio? I don't think it is. I don't think. Okay, well, if it is,
I'm gonna check.
what do you overall think about the Alien series? How would you rate each movie? Well, that's easy because there are only two.
Yeah.
There are only two Alien movies. There's Alien and Aliens. Those are the only two movies that. What do you? There was another movie after Aliens.
Yes, there's two. There's one coming out this year.
Oh, that's right. That's right.
Right.
Greg is in my chat going, oh, I think he's having a go. I think no.
It is available on audio.
Here's the thing about the other Alien movies.
It is available on audio.
Yeah. Here, if you want me to know what I think about, hold up, I gotta find the right drop in for this. Yeah, there you go. If you want to know what I think about the other Alien movies, I can sum them up by quoting one of them. I'll blow and you do the fingering.
Hard no. Hard no. Hard no. Hard no. Hard no.
What?
Why must you hurt me by talking
I mean,
about
he had Michael Fassbender.
That's what she said.
Thank you. Thank you for that. Michael Fassbender. The only Irish, German, Jewish person that you could ever meet. My mutant brothers and sisters. Wait a minute. Isn't Eric German? I loved X-Men First Class. Don't get me wrong. I loved X-Men First Class. But when he's standing there doing the whole Magneto thing, and he goes, my mutant brothers and sisters. I was like, what? Prometheus is not an alien movie. Scott, I have some bad news for you.
Figured it.
I got some bad news for you, man. You know, and it's just a I do think Ridley Scott needs to kind of back away from that. If you want to hear my opinion, there are 3 movies. Each of them is a different genre. Alien 3, like the movie, good on you. I think Alien 3 could have been a better movie compared to the other ones. Yeah,
I went back and watched Alien 3. It's not as bad as I remember.
it's just well, so here's what you need to know about the Alien. See, for me, Alien is a lot like The Matrix and Pirates of the Caribbean. They made one Pirates of the Caribbean film, they made one Matrix movie, and they made 2 Alien films, and you're good. Now, the Alien books are supposed to be pretty good, and I will say this, the graphic novels, the Alien graphic novels are really good.
If I know who Zula Hendrix is.
Yeah, Zula Hendrix. That's a great character.
Why she hasn't been in a movie, I don't know.
But yeah, the best, yeah. The thing about Ridley Scott is I think Ridley Scott is good at setting up other movies. Like, for example, Blade Runner. The first Blade Runner is still, you could watch Blade Runner now. And it's Doug is reading my book. Well, you know what? If Doug is reading the book, please have him come into chat and tell me what I got right and what I got wrong. I'd love to hear from him. But the thing about the thing about Scott, he set up Alien brilliantly. And the very first Alien first Alien film is still really, really good. And if you've never seen any of the Alien films, the way to look at Alien, the original Alien, is a horror thriller straight up. And it solves the problem of the haunted house. The biggest problem with a haunted house movie, this is coming from the Ghostbuster, the problem with the haunted house is, why didn't the people just leave, right? Why didn't people just leave? Okay. Well, in space you can't do that. You're kind of stuck where you are, and you got to stay there. Aliens is a great it's a great action adventure movie with horror elements. And there you go. You just said this. You just said it, Scott. My mind to your mind. Oh, he's reading. No. You see, now this is one of the things that I get crap for, Flipper. One of the things I get crap for is, I want this guy to tell me whether I'm a good streamer. Now, look, here's the thing. I'm not the book Twitch for Dummies is not here is what I think is a good streamer. That is not, and I get really uptight when people think, even if it's just as a joke, it really does rub me the wrong way when people think, this is going to make me a good streamer. No. You could read my book from cover to cover, and you could still be a shitty streamer. Bottom line. And no, it's okay. It's okay, Sam. It's okay. Yeah, at any time. Points at Twitch dead like multiple Spider-Man. But I'm gonna get to Emmy in just a second too. But what I was gonna say was that when people say that, it's like, that's not what the book is there. The book is there. If you don't know what you're doing, hopefully this book will put you back on track. If you want to start, this book will help you put on track. If you're already established and you're like, let me see what this guy has to say, you might find something. You might find validation, or you might find yourself with a new idea. That's my 2 cents on it. The Wachowski sisters have been so influential in the cinema. Some of the trans allegories and perceptives on activism and what it means are fascinating. See, where I think the Wachowski sisters killed it, Emmy, am I saying that right, Emmy? Where I think the Wachowski sisters killed it was with Sense8. I freaking loved Sense8. I thought Sense8 was ridiculously cool. To be fair, from looking at Doug's stream, the book seems to actually have some good advice. Am I playing Destiny tomorrow? Well, first off, I hope it has some good advice. If you find something that's going to work, yes. And as far as playing Destiny tomorrow, yes, I am playing Destiny tomorrow. Warlock Life, Best Life. Yes, I'm going to be playing Destiny tomorrow. Tomorrow is Sci-Fi Saturday Vibes, where you just come in and you just chill out. And what are you on for tomorrow at 8 p.m.? I will probably be doing something with my wife at 8 p.m. because I only stream Eastern time from United States from noon to roughly 6 o'clock. And is it at 8 p.m.? My Destiny stream will probably not be will be noon Eastern Time, USA. So that's the best time to find me. Even if the series is pretty bad, you're talking about the X-Files. You're hurting me now, Greg. You're hurting me. You're hurting me deeply.
Well,
you're hurting me deeply.
It got bad.
It got bad. Oh God, it got terrible near the end. But those first like what, 4 seasons?
Yeah.
The ones before Duchovny left.
Yes.
The ones before Duchovny left.
Oh, and once they killed off the lone gunman, that was it.
Oh, F that. Yeah, man, the lone gunmen were my jam. We need to fix some stuff in the server. If you need to talk to Dad about that, Sam, you're more than, just let me know. Just let me know. And yeah, I know a lot of you are all coming in from Doug stream, which now I'm terrified to look at my Twitter X because I dropped a video in there saying, who the hell are you people? Because I'm not streaming. And but I mean, whatever works, man, whatever works. You got me streaming. So there's that. What time for Ghostbusters? Oh my God, it's going to be an hour from now. Tell you what, can you give me, I think we're going to wind the clock back a bit, if you don't mind, because do you think we're still going to be able to do 7:30, or should we push it back to 8?
Dinner just arrived.
Oh, dinner arrived? Okay. Yeah, I'm going to have to go eat, everybody. Because in an hour I'm coming back, and we're going to be doing some Ghostbusters Spirits Unleashed with the wifey. Boy, you guys actually made my day. So thank you all so much. So you know what? Let's surprise somebody. I've got here my girl Chelsea Bites. So you know what? We're going to raid Chelsea Bites, and she's going to get her mind blown because she's going to be like, where the hell did all these people come from? Well, I don't have Doug.
Hello there.
I don't have Doug's. Well, he's not on Twitch because I looked up Doug on Twitch and I didn't see him there. So let me just get some food and let's go raid Chelsea Bites. And here's the thing for all my new subs out there, you all have this. So you should all have this. Have plenty of these emotes right here. So do me a favor, copy this message, drop it into the stream if you want to talk a little bit about Doug. But keep in mind, Chelsea's mods are going to be a bit. They're going to be a bit more stay on target. They're going to be a bit more stay on target than mine. Okay. So is he? Wait, hang on a minute.
That's what she said.
All right, hang on. I'll cancel. Let me look. If Doug's on, then we'll just do round robin here. Let me just see here. Let me just see if he's on here. Yeah, he's here. He really is reading my book. Oh, what a sweetheart. He really is reading my book. Bless him. All right, you know what? Let's go back to Doug. Let's take it back to Doug.
Is that an Uno reverse?
It's like an Uno reverse. Yeah, I think it is. Okay, so here we go. And by the way, good idea for me to re-raid Doug because this will be fun. So we're gonna raid Doug. And bless him for reading my book. Hopefully he's not hopefully he's not saying that I'm that guy. But we'll see. I guess we'll see. No, this has been a real pleasure. Everybody. And if you want to come back, you know where I'm at. We're gonna be busting some ghosts and having a good time. So thanks everybody. Let's go raid Doug. Thanks again, and you all have a great night. I hope to see you all in an hour. And yeah, let's get together and do this again. Peace.
Channel, so please don't skip them. Okay. Hey chat. I need to Run 60 seconds. Okay. Start squeezing. Okay, cool. Remember, these ads benefit the channel, so please don't skip them. Wait, can you skip ads? What? Is that a thing? You guys been skipping them?
It would be very funny if you played Detroit Become Human, given your stream already is 90% yelling at AI.
I mean, I did play a bunch of that game. I didn't really do anything for me, but that's just not my style of game. Okay, talks about affiliate programs. Let me see what else is in here. I don't want to just like scroll through the book. Oh, this is earlier.
/fuck you.
Wait. Hold on. Let me find the page.
How much do I have to bribe you to unban my 3 accounts? The purge can get pretty crazy sometimes.
You know what you can do? Not break the rules next time.
Do you get to the dog district very often?
The Team Monster!
Of course you don't.
Thank you so much for the raid! I hope you had a great stream. Wait, is there something in the book about what I should say when I get a raid? There probably is. That's what I normally say, but it's probably not even the right thing. Wait, I thought you were going live soon?
You spent the whole time talking about your prostate. Like you wouldn't shut up about it.
Hold on. Well, that game can get pretty crazy sometimes. The Team Monster, thanks for writing this book. This has been a lot of fun to go through. What was I gonna say? Are you going live soon? Oh, he's coming back later. All right. Well, I don't know if I'll be ending stream when you're starting, but I will raid your offline channel again.
It's a 2-year subscription.
That's cash in the trash.
I don't think you necessarily need my book. You're doing just fine. It's fun comparing what is, I would say, good advice for somebody starting streaming with the disaster that is my stream. It's been great. Okay, case in point. Hold on, I'm trying not to like show all of the book, obviously. Let me find the page. Let me give you an example. Wait, where is it? Here. Expressing yourself with emotes. Probably the biggest and coolest thing when you become affiliated is you unlock emotes. I touched on emotes earlier. What makes a good emote? Give some examples. These tiny edges of hype and mischief serve as ambassadors to your channel and should be something your subs enjoy using both in your chat and in the chat of other streamers. The problem is that we did a stream where Twitch chat lost to YouTube chat, so I took away all their emotes except the Toad one. I have 60 open slots and 60 animated slots. It's just all unused. So don't get anything. I got this, but seriously, I have to ask, my book doesn't make you cringe, is it? I'm a pro writer. I think it's great. I genuinely think it's great. I think this, like, if I it's clearly aimed at, like, somebody who's not super familiar with Twitch, right? And if I was to tell somebody, hey, like, this is a way to really think about getting into streaming, I would genuinely recommend it. I think it's fun. Obviously, there's a huge disconnect between somebody who is literally learning about Twitch for the very first time and me. But I genuinely think it's well done. I've said that from the beginning of this stream. Emotes, I might not be doing too hot on, but I was supposed to give you guys back the emotes 7 days ago. Take them all away. Yeah, maybe we should take away Toad. I mean, because YouTube chat has no emotes. Myth confirmed Doug is way nicer to my book than Ludwig. I think it's good. Again, I'm not the target audience. But I think it's great. I think it's fun. Okay. I have had a very good time highlighting all the like severe deficiencies with my stream. Cool. All right. Now that we've got lots of Toad emotes, I guess should we just